You found a channel that explores controversial issues and questions accepted wisdom. This video delves into the contentious topic of cutting-edge surveillance systems, with an emphasis on face recognition programs. These technologies have the potential to greatly improve our lives, but they also present serious ethical and legal concerns that need our consideration. Come along as we explore the implications of face recognition technology for personal liberties, security, and privacy. Make sure to press the subscribe button and enable push notifications if you want to get our fantastic content and become a part of our active community of like-minded folks. In recent years, facial recognition software has made great gains thanks to the efforts of several different software and technology businesses. One such business is Clearview AI, a face recognition firm whose dubious practices have sparked heated debates about privacy and ethics. The software developed by Clearview AI is employed by law enforcement organizations, and the company claims to have amassed a database of billions of face pictures from social media and other sources. Amazon's Rekognition face recognition technology is also a major participant in the market. Amazon has been promoting this technology to police departments, emphasizing its potential for enhancing public security and reducing criminal activity. However, it has been criticized due to privacy and prejudice issues. Microsoft's Face API provides developers and organizations with access to face recognition technologies, so the company is clearly invested in the field. Microsoft has acknowledged the need for rules of conduct and responsible use of the technology, and the company has urged government legislation to address concerns and safeguard privacy. There are also a number of universities and government labs investing in the development of face recognition technologies. For instance, researchers at MIT have created sophisticated algorithms for face recognition with the goal of raising accuracy and decreasing biases. Facial recognition system assessments and recommendations are conducted and provided by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, Carnegie Mellon University, and Stanford University. The contributions of many people to the development and comprehension of face recognition technology must be recognized. The Algorithmic Justice League, founded by computer scientist Joy Buolamwini, has been instrumental in bringing attention to issues of prejudice and accountability in face recognition software. Kate Crawford, a researcher and advocate for AI ethics, has investigated the effects of face recognition technology on society and identified possible dangers. It's important to keep these organizations and people in mind as we make our way through the maze of face recognition technology. In order to have educated conversations and regulations that address the ethical and legal difficulties of face recognition software, it is crucial to understand their viewpoints, goals, and the repercussions of their work. The loss of privacy is a major worry in a future when face recognition technology is commonplace. Constant monitoring of people by these devices, frequently without their knowledge or agreement, evokes apocalyptic visions of total government monitoring. Envision being continually monitored, recognized, and recorded by cameras equipped with face recognition software as you go down the street, visit a business, or attend a public event. The ramifications of such widespread monitoring call into question the precarious equilibrium between safety and privacy. Supporters of facial recognition technology say it makes communities safer by helping police see criminals and other risks, but the technology comes at the expense of individuals' privacy, which should not be discounted. This raises the issue of whether or not we are ready to give up some of our privacy in return for a full sense of security. Everyone has the freedom to freely walk through public areas without being followed and identified at all times. To be left alone, to speak our minds freely, and to go about our daily lives without the continuous worry of being watched all boil down to one thing: the right to privacy. A society in which our every action is monitored, evaluated, and kept in massive databases is possible with the use of facial recognition technology, which has the potential to erode fundamental rights. There is also the issue of the potential for exploitation and misuse of face recognition technology. Facial recognition systems have been shown to make mistakes, giving rise to false positives and biases that might unjustly target or otherwise mistreat innocent people. These dangers stress the need of strict regulation and control to guarantee the ethical and responsible use of face recognition technology. Furthermore, there are serious issues that must be overlooked about the accuracy and possible biases of face recognition systems. Repeated investigations and research have shown that these systems have a tendency to make more mistakes when trying to recognize people of various racial and ethnic groups. This implicit bias in face recognition algorithms has the potential to lead to disproportionate targeting and possible breaches of civil rights, furthering systemic discrimination and exacerbated disparities. Racial prejudice in face recognition technology might have serious repercussions. It's possible that innocent people from underrepresented groups may be falsely labeled as suspects, leading to wrongful arrests and punishment. It begs some very serious concerns about equality, justice, and the defense of individual rights. Facial recognition technology has the potential to amplify prejudice and marginalize already marginalized groups, and we must face this difficult truth. The lack of openness and responsibility in the introduction of face recognition technology is another worrying factor. It may be difficult to evaluate how judgments are made and if biases are ingrained into these technologies due to the private nature of their underlying algorithms and inner workings. Concerns about uncontrolled biases and the inability to hold persons responsible for any discriminatory effects are heightened by the lack of transparency around the development process. Whether we want to live in a fair and equal society, we need to ask ourselves if we're willing to accept a technology that might further entrench prejudices and violate the civil liberties of vulnerable groups. We must insist on openness, equity, and morality in the creation and use of face recognition technology. Moreover, the question of whether or not face recognition software may be used legally is controversial and nuanced. While some nations have passed legislation to restrict the use of face recognition technology, others still lack such comprehensive rules that effectively protect persons from possible abuses. Since different jurisdictions have different rules in place, it's difficult to tell where one ends and another begins in terms of authorized usage and possible infringement of civil rights. The danger of abuse and possible infringement on individual rights is higher in areas where there are no clear standards and control. The broad use of facial recognition technology might lead to unwarranted and unchecked data collection, storage, and analysis of private information and biometrics. Concerns about government interference into human life, the right to privacy, and the possibility of unlawful monitoring are all brought up by such actions. Having open and inclusive conversations to build rules that strike a fine balance between the advantages and hazards connected with these technologies is essential as we traverse the ethical and legal challenges of face recognition software. Policymakers, legal experts, engineers, civil society groups, and those directly impacted by the consequences of face recognition technology should all be included in these debates. To address the possible abuses and guarantee that the deployment of face recognition software is in line with recognized human rights norms, it is essential that comprehensive and contextually relevant legislative frameworks be developed. These structures should include transparent, accountable, and publicly overseen processes for collecting, storing, and using face data. By putting in place strong legal protections, we can lessen the likelihood of abuse and shield people from unjustified monitoring, bias, and restrictions on their rights. In closing, we need to pay close attention to and investigate questions about the legality and ethics of modern surveillance technology like face recognition software. As we open ourselves to the wonders of technology, we must also be mindful of how it may affect our personal freedoms and safety. The only way to assure the proper and ethical use of these potent technologies is via educated debate, strict rules, and careful decision-making. We appreciate your time and interest as we delve into the murky waters of face recognition technology. Leave your views and opinions in the space provided below.